Hello, my name is Dr. Alex Carter, and I am Academic Director for Philosophy and Interdisciplinary Studies at the University of Cambridge's Institute of Continuing Education. I am also a Bye Fellow at Fitzwilliam College, where I support the development of student study skills. Through my teaching, I want students to experience what I call the pain of the problem. That is, I want students to appreciate that philosophical problems are not just problems for a select group of people hundreds of years ago, they are also problems for us here and now. One very contemporary philosophical problem concerns whether or not we can, or ought, to create artificially intelligent machines. The philosopher Daniel Dennett has argued that we should view artificial intelligence always as a tool and never as a colleague. He offers several reasons for this. Firstly, he maintains that creating a machine that thinks like a human being, a so-called artificial general intelligence, is possible, but is certainly much harder than most people think. Descartes, who predicted the creation of such a machine, imagined hundreds of moving parts. Alan Turing posited that it would take tens of thousands of moving parts. Yet even modern estimates of several billion moving parts could be a drastic underestimation. Human beings, for instance, comprise several quadrillion moving parts. The second reason Dennett gives for avoiding building a human equivalent machine is a moral one. He says it would be unwise to create an evolutionary competitor. Not just this, but it would not be a very useful tool. Imagine asking your lawnmower to mow the lawn only to be told, "No thanks, I've got a date with the air conditioner." Joking aside, right now machines are a means to an end. Why would we build one that ought to be treated as an end in itself? If these reasons aren't compelling enough, a third reason is offered by Dennett, one that I think has even wider consequences than he supposes. Dennett highlights a distinction between a machine's ability to follow commands competently and a machine's ability to comprehend the meanings of things. Dennett's philosophical opponent, John Searle, once argued that a machine can operate symbols, but it can't grasp the background meaning of those symbols. That is, a machine can match the word duck with the word quack by following instructions. It does not do this by knowing how the two words relate to each other. Dennett ultimately disagrees with Searle's reasons for making this argument, but he does concede that currently machines are competent, but they are not comprehending. He explains this by way of analogy. Darwin and Turing, he says, were onto the same thing, namely competence without comprehension. A machine, in other words, works in the same way as evolution, intelligently, but without any deeper understanding of the task. This is important because it suggests one further way in which we might end up creating a machine that thinks like a human being, namely by having human beings think like computers. This is not as far-fetched as it may seem. Increasingly, human beings are performing actions without a deeper understanding of the task. Amongst other things, we might point to the research into the so-called Google effect on the brain. That is, the plastic way in which our brains have adapted to look for a solution rather than through a problem. In short, the more thinking we devolve to computers, the more our thinking starts to resemble computation. But this is not irreversible. After all, the Google effect is a recent development, and therefore one that we can imagine being reversed just as quickly. But are we going to reverse it? Or do we now find competence more appealing than comprehension? Perhaps for an answer, we should ask Alexa. If you're interested in learning more about either artificial intelligence or the philosophy of mind, then I encourage you to consider one of our range of award-bearing philosophy courses. The undergraduate certificate in philosophy offers everyone the opportunity to study philosophy at Cambridge, whether or not they've studied the subject previously. Likewise, you do not need to have studied philosophy previously to undertake the undergraduate diploma in creativity, theory, history, and philosophy. The course offers students with experience in a range of subjects from psychology to sociology, history to law, the chance to study creativity theory and creative practice. The Advanced Diploma in Research Theory and Practice offers students a rare opportunity to undertake research in a range of subjects, including philosophy, creativity, and AI. Finally, and for the first time, ICE is offering a postgraduate certificate in philosophy for students wishing to explore the subject at master's level. As with all of our courses, the postgraduate certificate is a part-time course designed to fit around work, family, and other commitments. As well as award-bearing courses, ICE also offers short courses in philosophy, In the meantime, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to get in touch. My contact details, as well as information on courses, can be found on the ICE website. Thank you for watching.